So, you have a podcast for me? Yes, sir, I do. Amazing. It's called At Whatever. Ooh, at whatever what? No, it's the at sign and then the word whatever. So it's a podcast about just whatever, like how Seinfeld was a show about nothing. Actually, no, we're mainly going to be talking about relationships and intimacy and stuff like that. Ooh. So we're going to have relationship experts and psychologists talking about the nuances of adult romance. No, sir, we're going to mainly shame women and scream at them about who's a bigger slut and or Christian. What? And we'll talk politics and religion and have debates about current hot topic issues like abortion. So you've got what, a panel of stuffy political commentators hating on women and talking politics? No, sir, there will be a man or two hosting the panel, but the room will be literally packed shoulder to shoulder with total hotties from OnlyFans. Ooh, where is this going? I'm quite confused and somehow aroused by this. We'll have all these young hot women sit around a table, uncomfortably close to each other, with just a wall of cleavage covering every available area while a strong alpha male or two moderates the discussion. And by moderate, I mean eats popcorn while watching a full-on cat fight. So do we have any names behind this, or is it just an anonymous smoke show from whoever answers the ad in backstage? Well, sir, we've got Candace Owens from The Candace Owens Show, Charlie Kirk from The Charlie Kirk Show, and Michael Knowles from The Michael Knowles Show. Whoa, who are all these people who name shows after themselves? Hey, shut up. So we'll also have just random sex dolls and stuff strewn about the room, and maybe put a guy dressed as a soldier in the background who just does the robot the whole time. What is happening? And everything else is just a total scalding hot young woman display with an insane amount of cleavage. And they're talking about religion like Jesus and stuff while all this smoke and hotness is going on. Yeah. Seems kind of contradictory to have a pro-life, pro-Christian panel with a ton of cleavage as the backdrop. Hey, shut up. We've got uninformed commentary coupled with unspeakable hotness. Oh, unspeakable hotness is tight. But if it's mainly uninformed opinions on politics and sex, why is this podcast called At Whatever? I don't know. Fair enough. We'll also have these former OnlyFans girls, and they'll be really vulnerable about how their perspective about being an adult model changed when they got religion. Hey, that sounds really wholesome. Yeah. And then we're gonna shame her for being a slutty slut in the first place. Oh my god, who is this podcast for? Mainly incels, religious fundamentalists, and people who regularly quote Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate in casual conversation. Aren't those all basically the same people? Yeah. So we're not having any highbrow political discourse, and it sounds like we're just punching down on OnlyFans models, so why do this? Because a lot of men with disposable income hate women and have no way of obtaining one, so their rage boners turn into ad dollars. That works. And we'll get a huge crossover demographic from young men who have no idea how to talk to a girl. And ironically, these podcasts will keep them from being able to properly communicate with one, therefore guaranteeing a captive audience that feeds off of its own self-inflicted hatred. So we want to encourage self-inflicted hatred? That's what we're going with. Well, okay then. But why don't we have people on who actually know what they're talking about? I don't know. Fair enough. And for every 10 or so complete bombshells, we'll throw in an absolute monster that's a total 0 out of 10 so that it doesn't look like we're just shaming beautiful women because they're unattainable to us middle-aged schlubs. Ew, that sounds kind of hurtful. Who are we supposed to root for here? No one, sir. With maybe a few exceptions, we're casting straight-up garbage people and irredeemable uggos. Oh, wow. Yeah, we've got the 20-something smoking hotties who are either OnlyFans girls who would sell their own children for views, the repentant former OnlyFans girls who were walking Christian thirst traps, and the middle-aged doughy men who shame them for profiting off of self-loathing 4chan creepers. Won't this look like literally the rest of Rumble and other alt-right sites that are doing exactly the same thing? Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. Well, it's gonna be hard to sell a show like this where there's nothing to offer but hatred, misogyny, and ignorance. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, you see, sex sells and so does outrage. So if we combine the two, we end up with a chocolate peanut butter combination of toxicity. But won't people get turned off by all this toxicity and lowest common denominator race to the bottom Jerry Springer shallowness? Sir, let me remind you, in this podcast, hopeless, ignorant, red pill incels will be able to shame beautiful women while they praise Jesus for the opportunity to masturbate to their cleavage. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, now that I'm hearing it, I get it now. Well, Well, we're gonna need a super charismatic frontman to lead this merry little band. Who'd you have in mind? Brian Atlas, sir. Is that a real name or just a rejected one from the Fast and the Furious? It is a recycled name, sir, yes. Smart. Don't want a name like Brian Atlas going to waste. So what's his deal? Oh, he's been in a thing or two, sir. What do you mean? Like he's one of those former porn stars who's a repentant Christian? No, I'm pretty sure he's never touched a live boob he didn't have to pay for. He's basically a milquetoast version of Tommy Wiseau, in that I have no idea where he or the money to fund this comes from. Ooh, mysterious milquetoast versions of Tommy Wiseau are tight. Yeah. But I have to ask, if this is a daily podcast, where is the money coming from for this? Sir, I'm gonna need you to get all the way off my back about that, comrade. Oh well, let me get off of that thing, Tovarish. So what do you think? Well, it's definitely bottom of the barrel, but so is Honey Boo Boo, so how long will these bad boy smoke shows be? 7, maybe 10 hours a day. You really think people will watch cleavage and ignorant misogynistic clickbait for 7 to 10 hours a day? Hi, I'm Korak the Bard from That Thing You Just Watched. Thank you for watching it, and if you want more things, you can like and subscribe, and if you want exclusive things like a personalized theme song, you can join me at patreon.com/KorakTheBard. Normally I'd be singing off with something, but as this is a Ryan George inspired parody and he doesn't really sing, we'll just end it here. Thanks, goodbye!